Probably
Like,
like 60%.
It's not bad. It's better than I was expecting.
but the Loki has so much of such an awesome resist profile from the Tech 2 resist and the extra resist from the subsystem, the adaptive shielding.
Have you looked at using the sig radius subsystem?
Yeah, but I like it this.
Okay. The major reason is because it gives you an extra low instead of your extra high, so you lose whatever you'd put in an option high, which doesn't seem very good, and get more damage or whatever.
Or more tracking or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, because all your free mid slots are given out to webs.
Yeah, but I was thinking I'm sitting still anyway, so I can take out the afterburner and get on the fourth web.
Really, you're not moving?
I'm not moving. I'm sitting still in the Loki, and my tank is holding.
I don't know if that would always be the case, but like I assumed you were using the prop mod, but
Yeah, I got the afterburner subsystem and a Tech 2 afterburner, but I'm just sitting still, so I get better tracking.
Right, and I think that's the correct decision to make, and maybe I just need to relook at it.
yeah, especially if you're not getting shot.
So these guys have no
Sit
idea
still for
browsing
sure.
this right now, but you guys will be able to see what an incursion looks like. Ooh.
Yeah, but even when you get shot, you get webbed so much you can't move anyway.
But it pushes down your damage a lot, even if as long as you're moving
Basically,
somewhat,
you always
it
want to
pushes down your
have
damage a
everyone
lot because
that's in
you know,
your
the
fleet
rats
on
have
your
to
watch
track
list,
you,
and to have
and
them
a lot
on
of them are in
your
battleships.
overview.
And
That way, if someone
radius
leaves, you'll be able to match it up with the names, allegedly.
Yeah, but
You
in
know,
this
it
game,
adds
when I
a bit
get
of
webbed, I
buffer.
get down to like 100 meters a second, if that.
And one thing you have to watch out for is if you
Yeah,
use
but
all
with,
your reps,
the
you'll get
Tengu,
aggro
you
from
also
the
have to realize
rats.
that the lower the
So
sig
try to
radius is,
only
half the
use
rat,
3.
half the damage the rats
And
are
if
doing is via
your
missiles, so
buddy's
if you
going
just press your
really,
sig
really
radius
far down,
down,
then you use 4.
you're
you try to use just
directly
the 3.
decreasing your incoming missile damage.
Flying logistics is one of those things where you have to pay attention, but at the end of the day,
Yeah, but the missiles
it's so
they're
easy,
shooting are
and it's free
torpedoes.
So that's
so
the way I
they're
look
all
at it.
freaking big missiles.
Because you're not using
for
ammo,
what
right?
they're
So
shooting at.
it's pretty
if you're
top.
in a cruiser down.
Right, that's kind of my point, is that your sig radius is so low they apply terrible damage with the missile.
Yeah, and because the Loki has the extra resist for EM and thermal, they don't do any damage at all.
I'll look over it again. Would you mind re-linking your FET? I know you've linked it like 2 or 3 times. I'll stare at an EFT. Because I'm also trying to build the fits where they're a little bit idiot-proof or goon-proof.
Yeah, if you want to go idiot-proof, you can just remove one of the webs and
Yeah,
put
that's
it in
pretty
an
good.
info or something.
Yeah, do realize that I'm dealing with goons here, so
No, that sounds about
we're
right.
not the sharpest knife in the drawer.
Like,
Yeah, I got this fit I got from I stole from the WTM homepage. They actually run HQs with this fit.
How?
on the edge
I
of
know
their
they've
seats,
been
no
using-
doubt.
I know they've been using webbing Lokis, but how do they use this fit with
Such
with
a nice ship.
HQs?
Apparently HQ people are a lot more pro. Wow.
No, I'm just shocked.
Okay, well this is my resist profile with boost, and I only got defense subsystems 4.
Yeah, T3
This guy's
resists
like
are
not
okay.
even shooting. I don't know what he's doing.
This is the last wave, by the way.
Okay, drones in, drones in. Let's see. Let's do that last NCO, and then we'll dock up and get ore. Drones in, aligned to the broadcasted NCO.
I mean, those resists are higher than Tech 1 battleship resists, so.
But the thing is, they don't have much natural buffer, so they need a
So
really
we get
high
Mr.
resist
L
to make
ready for when we
Yeah,
land.
and
That
Lords
way,
really need to stagger their reps.
your FC knows that you're good to go as a logistics tutor.
But if you see me like taking aggro, you see my shield is just yo-yoing from half to full to half to full to 3/4 to full.
Taking some damage, super scary, right?
255 units per site.
Guys, drones in, come on.
Dead.
Looking
And
at that,
Condi, Acolyte.
Acolyte 2s.
It's the same guy
Yeah,
every
there's
time.
2 flight of Condi Acolyte 2s
Terrible.
out.
Well, it isn't my Loki that doesn't have a drone bay.
Dragoons.
Alright, we'll show you one
How much
more
would
of
you need
these,
per
see how
site?
quick we can do it, and that'll be that for this.
255.
Okay.
Like,
just looking at that fit, I'd say
if you're
drop
just
the,
starting out,
after
a
then
good
and
ship
just
to be
throw an
using
LSE
is
in.
the Roke. It's pretty
Yeah,
inexpensive.
Alright, I'm
If
off
you're
on that.
in an
But
LSE,
in all
you also
seriousness right
increase your
now,
stick radius with
The
it.
Carriels and Nightmares are
Correct, but as you
super
said, your
cheap.
resist
like
profile's
they're
already
like 500
retardedly
mil or
high.
less compared to what they
you're
were
not using
probably
your
like
afterburner.
5 months ago.
Gives you
So
a lot
it's
more
worth
buffer. And
Hey,
you're
Tom,
already
with
running
the-
CD
you can.
too.
Depending on where you are.
You need to
If you're in
finagle
high sec, it's a little
having,
safer for you. In Nullsec, it's
artillery
still
and
safe,
an
but
LSE, though
depends on your skill
it's
level, I
kind
guess.
of
What you can
it's
fly, what
kind
you
of-
can't fly, so...
is artillery really hogs power grid.
Yeah, but if he
Yep.
says, if he
But
says
an adaptive
shields
involved.
yo-yoing so much, like that's not what we want here.
That's why I
Well-
said an LSE. And if he's really concerned about if power grid's an issue and sig radius, then if you drop a faction one in, which are cheap.
There should be no yo-yoing whatsoever. If you're yo-yoing, you're gonna fucking die.
Well, there's a fine art to balancing those two statements because, yes, but also the more DPS you do, you're kind of DPS tanking the sites. So there's kind of a fine balance between the two, and I couldn't find a balance I was happy with the Loki. And so that's why I don't have an official recommendation for it. Like the Tango, I found one that I was like happy with. Fleet take the gate, fleet take the gate.
So I tend to wait till I see a couple battleships go, because you don't want to be here by yourself. So that's enough ships. Then let me press Mr. Accelerate.
The other thing you could do, I know it's a heresy to say this, but you could downgrade to the not the 720s, but the artillery below it.
No, that's no.
Heresy.
I know it's heresy.
Because then you're gimping your DPS so much that no, just no.
We just have to wait for this guy to wiggle before we can target him. That's the only downside, but
And the other thing you could do is you
Usually
could drop
doesn't take
the
too
gyro,
long.
one of the gyros, heresy, and put a PDS in. It
and
gives
the
you power
benefit
grid
of
and more
putting
shields.
on your drones on the scimitar is if
How many gyros is it running
you're
already?
distracted or something, he won't die, and then you won't die. So having the drones on him is
I mean, you guys
really
are great
critical.
yo-yo in these fleets because eventually, yeah, you may be holding, but you're eventually gonna
There'll be a
die.
logic that will DC or something like that.
Or
Give this
Rat's
guy
split
some
aggro
tracking.
and jam a
One
logic
Well,
one
nice
logic,
guy.
then you're gonna die.
Well, and then I just start moving.
I think this guy's leaving. I'm not sure why he hasn't left fleet
Yeah,
yet. He's a
I think
dick,
it's a fine
I guess.
art. Let's put it at least there.
We'll
If
just,
you're, I'm surprised that you're only
move
going
him
down
down
to
here.
60, but that's still a little bit risky. And it depends on how risk averse that you kind of are feeling. I like the idea that you suggest about an adaptive invul. That might actually be a good move.
do we have a new duder to replace the guy that just left?
I can grab something on waitlist.
Yeah, we have somebody just showed up. Sets Chaos. It's back.
Let me check the waitlist first.
It's always good to
Okay,
ask
waitlist
that,
is
because
clear.
sometimes people will just join fleet and warp in, and you won't even know. Like, sometimes you don't even notice them coming in, so not the best when they don't say.
Yeah, sets chaos. We do have a free spot.
Alright, sweet. So this guy should be coming in for this one, if he's quick enough. And we'll add him to our watch list, because we're a
Bad,
nice
I never
guy.
dropped my drones.
get rid of this dude, since he's not with us. And that way, like, you know, you can't lock all the targets, but this way, when you see a little bit of red, then you can lock the guy.
We need to get used to doing this enough,
so,
and get used to like the different problems that people have, and how to react to it. Because like problems of like the Logi DCing. If the Logi DC, you know, all of a sudden you lose half of your incoming rep.
Allegedly.
Well, we need to get the DPS used to what they need to do when the Logi DCs, which is immediately abandon your drones and drop repair drones to put on the Logi, on the remaining Logi.
Yeah, but aren't the ships like the Hyperion have like one made out of shield booster or something?
No, none of our fits have native reps.
They don't have local reps, but a couple of them do have remote reps. I was right. I believe the Hyperion has utility high.
The Mercurial used to as well.
Yeah, but we don't ever have any Hyperions.
That's the point. That's the
problem.
problem.
Out here in a while, ever.
I've only seen a handful. I think there's actually one on grid at the moment.
Yeah, as far as I know, the emergency protocol is that you immediately abandon your drones. You abandon your drones. You drop your rep drones. You put them on the remaining Logi, and pray.
I can't even see this guy's guns.
I mean, that plan actually works out pretty decent.
My graphics are not cranked right now.
Speaking of Hyperion, does this Hyperion have a large rep?
It's a large remote rep in the utility eye. It should be there, I think.
Basically, what that's going to guarantee,
but did he bring it?
If you do that right, it's going to pull all the aggro onto the remaining Logi, right as all your reps are landing on it. So
that kind of conveniently works out.
Doop-a-doop-doop. So exciting.
It's not perfect by any means, but it's designed to be...
I know there's guys in Nullsec that might be watching this and like, oh, we're quicker than that. But you know what? We don't do this every day. So...
Which the right choices will probably be holding the next wave.
Exactly. Well, or clearing tackle.
And in all seriousness,
or, you know,
we're just trying to get rid of this.
Number of rats, or...
Because you know what? Declan is our home, and we don't want this here. So, the goal is to nuke this out, and once we do that, then we can freely move around in our carriers and our other things.
Everyone, line to the broadcast, get your drones in.
Because that's right, we're space rich. Hardy har har.
Drones in.
Alright, well that's enough for you guys. And we'll
our drones are in a decent timing.
We'll find something more exciting next time. Alright, bye-bye.